Greetings everyone, my name is Atterville, and welcome to my blind let's play of Paper Mario, a 3D turn-based RPG developed by Intelligent Systems and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64 in 2001. This was the runner-up of the first ever voting gauntlet held on the server. And as this is a blind let's play, I apologize in advance for any silly mistakes or false assertions I'll make. My only knowledge of the game is in regards to the prologue up until obtaining the action commands. I'll be talking with most of these NPCs, by the way. That's how I like to play these RPGs. Especially with Paper Mario, seeing how charming the world and dialogue is. And my apologies for audio crackling. I'm afraid my computer isn't the best. The audio crackling that happened in the prologue will be resolved in post. Let's not delve into that, Oliver. Remember that for later. Yep, the final episode of Cyber Shadow will be released in a few days. Remember this too for later. Are you sure about that, Proto-Toadswort? One thing I really like about the Paper Mario series, how it turns most, if not all, the Mario enemies into actual characters, instead of simply enemies to dispatch. I know that Super Mario RPG did something similar, but to a far lesser extent. Foreshadowing several places we'll visit later in the game. It'll beat even faster soon enough. I understand your anger, Oliver, but this isn't the best place for that. I would strongly advise supporting games like Bug Fables. It really needs more attention. Of course, peace never lasts. Bowser's new and revamped castle. I like how they incorporated the clown car into it. A far more impressive kidnapping compared to RPG. Let's rumble, Bowser. I don't have action commands yet, so it's fairly straightforward. In that way, Jaden, this and RPG were ahead of their times. I would say that this game, along with its contemporaries, codified their personalities. Oh goody, he has the Star Rod. I thought the claw attack would deal 5 damage. He likely got ideas from Star Road. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. We can't run. toasted. Down he goes. Come on, Peach, you can jump out. You're only made of paper. Prologue, A Plea from the Stars. The 7 Star Spirits. It's always 7 or 8 of them. Sometimes it's 4, 5, or 6, but I almost never see stuff like 9 or 10. Quick question. Was Mario Party 1 released before this? Ah, I see. At least Mario's alive in one piece. Imagine if Bowser had a pair of scissors. By the way, I'm really looking forward to playing Bug Fables, but I don't wish to play it until I complete Super Paper Mario. I want to see its inspirations first. FF10? And here I thought it was released later. Welcome to Goomba Village. If you don't get into danger, how else will you obtain more experience? As always, stay safe, save often. Like I mentioned, for these sorts of RPGs, I really like talking with most of the NPCs, especially with a game like this, where the world and dialogue has a lot of charm to it, more so compared to most RPGs of the time. Oof, Half-Life 2. To its credit, they're in two different genres. For good reason. We lost all of our power from RPG. There goes the fence. Too bad we don't have a Koopa shell or spring to bounce off of. I'll find out myself in a few years. Remember to talk with the NPCs several times, especially after major events. He looked down. Thankfully, he's still made out of paper. And there's the basic hammer. So I'll make sure to smack all the trees I come across. You can spoil stuff in the prologue, but nothing after that, please. The first of many encounters against him. If there's one thing I wish this game did, it would be to introduce action commands earlier. Compared with RPG and later Superstar Saga, it takes the longest to get into the regular action, and until then, it's mostly a simple RPG. I know them as action commands. Newly added to this game is first strikes. Hit the enemy in the field first, and you'll get a free hit on them. But be careful, not all first strikes are helpful. If I did a jumping first strike on the Spike Goomba, I would have taken damage instead. Is there any reward for tattling all the enemies? The shards are for bonuses. In which case, outside the first area, I'll avoid tattling most enemies. Besides, in most RPGs I play, I can't see their current HP anyways. I like how this game introduces its combat mechanics. First starting off with the regular Goombas, which you can dispatch either using a jump or hammer, then the spiky Goombas where you're forced to use the hammer, and then the Para-Goombas where you're forced to use jumping. This is to demonstrate how both of those moves are useful. Sure. Thanks for the star piece. In short, help out the NPCs with their tasks. You'll be rewarded. Perhaps. This will most likely not be a 100% playthrough. Nah, I already know how to do it. Two FP to be exact. As usual. Sure, the more the merrier. Our first playable Goomba of the series, and perhaps the entire Mario franchise up to this point. Now we're fine. In this first village, I'll use Goombario's tattle on all of the NPCs. Go right ahead, Jaden. Don't worry, I will, in the next episode. Released on the Switch and PC on the same date. Alright, to equip badges, open the menu, and that's how I do it. Keep in mind there is a BP limit.